Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Okay, there the camera's in a pretty good position. Stage number 2 about to get underway. Thanks to everybody tuning in. I know it's been a minute, but here we are. Green flag back in the air for Kyle Busch as he shoots it down into turn 1 as he's rocking that 51 truck for KBM at Kansas Motor Speedway this weekend. Grant Enfinger up to second place as he tries to get a slipstream from that 51 truck as now they go into turns 3 and 4. Ben Rhodes up to third from the restart, and I believe that's Tyler Ankrum and Rajah Caruth rounding out your top 5 with Carson Hocevar knocking on the door right there in 6th. But Kyle Busch will lead the first lap after the restart. Grant Enfinger, though, close in tow, bringing Ben Rhodes with him. Now Hocevar's gotten by Caruth for that 5th position. And Zane Smith, after having to make that pit stop there at the end of the stage, he's currently running in the 18th position. We'll see what forward progress he can make here as now he leapfrogs Lawless Allen for 17th. Now Rajah's going to fight back for that 5th position to the inside of Hocevar through the center of turns 3 and 4, and he'll take that spot right back from the number 42 machine. Stuart Friesen running in 7th position. He's got to win at this racetrack. He knows his way around this 4-turn circuit. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know we have not been live in a while. I'm sure we'll get into more of that once we get to maybe a bit of a break in the action here. But at the front of the field, it's still Kyle Busch, who's now grown his lead up to about 0.2 of a second over Grant Enfinger as he works his way off the high line of turn 4. Enfinger, though, getting a good toe down the straightaways here. Really able to get right up on the bumper of the leader as they go into the turns. This time he's going to poke to the inside. Enfinger looking for the lead down low on the bottom. Trying to put that number 23 GMS Chevrolet in the lead. Not going to be able to quite do it there. Down the back straightaway, still staying on the inside of the 51. He's going to put it down there once again in turns 3 and 4. Enfinger looking for the lead for the first time tonight, and he's going to be able to pull it off of turn 4. Kyle Busch looking for the crossover. Not going to be there. Enfinger is your new leader in Kansas. That's 11 laps complete in stage number 2. And don't look now, Ben Rhodes about to join the party here at the front of the field. Your top 3, put a blanket over him, covered by just 0.4 of a second currently. Then Ankrum back in 4th, about a second off this battle for the lead. Then Caruth, Majeski, Friesen, Hocevar, Deegan, and now Zane Smith from 20th to 10th already since the restart. And already Enfinger starting to pull away from Kyle Busch. I did not see that one coming, ladies and gentlemen, but Enfinger, his lead already up to 0.3 of a second as they shoot into turns 1 and 2 once again. Kyle Busch looking down low, trying to get some clean air on the nose of his Chevrolet. It's not going to be enough as they go down the back straightaway. Enfinger stays ahead. Further back, Zane Smith making more moves. That truck is on fire right now as he just went right by Haley Deegan and Carson Hocevar. 38 is up to 8th. Now Deegan looking to the inside of Carson Hocevar. Deegan having a solid run here tonight, and she will take that spot from Hocevar. Oh, but she's going to slide up the track and almost wreck it off the nose of the 42. Hocevar to bail out of the gas, but it looks like some damage to the right front nose of that 42 truck. It doesn't look to be too serious, man. Both of those guys got away, or that guy and girl got away. Lucky there. But either way, Haley Deegan able to complete the pass just barely. Got real loose there on the bottom of the racetrack, slides up, and almost really just, actually I'd say the 42 almost runs into the back of the 13, just kind of came up across the nose of the 42, and Hocevar had that run off the top side, and he might have even had to bail out of the throttle there just a bit without having to wreck them both. But yeah, and now Corey Heim's going to get by Hocevar for 10th. Hocevar starting to fall back here on this run. Closing in on the halfway point here in stage 2. Enfinger still leads, but he has not really pulled away from Kyle Busch. Your top 2 have pulled away from Ben Rhodes, though, who's now about half second off the lead in 3rd. Majeski has moved up past Caruth and Ankrum. He's up to 4th. I'm interested to see how fast can Zane Smith get back to the front here at Kansas, already up to 8th. And he's knocking on the door of the top 5 here pretty soon as Corey Heim's going to get by Haley Deegan into turns 1 and 2. The 11 truck is also on the move. Taylor Gray going by Nick Sanchez for 15th. Sanchez not showing the pace here tonight so far after dominating at the last mile and a half we were at. Doesn't seem to be having that same speed here at Kansas. And Friesen's going to get by Tyler Ankrum for 6th. Zane Smith now closing in on that battle as well. And as we look at the ticker, thanks to everybody tuning in. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Going to see if we can adjust this camera a bit. Just noticed the camera angle's a bit off. This is like my first time back in this space in quite some time. Oh, Chase Purdy making a move. But thanks to everybody watching right now. Anybody want let me know what the audio quality is. I'm just gonna check it really quick myself. Currently under a side-by-side commercial break. 14 to go in stage number 2. Oh, don't tell me the mic's not on. Check 1, 2. Oh. Okay, the mic's on. Mic's on. Okay. Concerned there for just a moment. Okay, 13 to go in stage number 2. Grant Enfinger leads Ty Majeski by 0.3 of a second. And Majeski is now gotten by Kyle Busch. That 98 truck is on the move. And Ben Rhodes also up to 4th. We got a 3-truck battle right here. Crafton, Sanchez, and Dean Thompson. Sanchez going to get by both of them down low. This is happening just outside of the top 10. Oh, and we got the yellows out, and it's the 0-2 spinning through the infield grass on the front straightaway. I believe that is Chris Wright piloting that truck today. The 0-2, yes, that is Chris Wright going for a little spin. Doesn't look like there's much damage to the splitter, thankfully. And he's going to navigate that thing down pit road. All the tires are up. But that's going to give us another dash to the finish here in stage 2, similar to the end in stage 1. Who decides to pit and who stays out? That's going to be the magic question. Do you want to set yourself up for that final stage, or do you want to risk it all for the stage points? We saw 7 trucks stay out in stage 1, and honestly, they just had to hang on for 2 laps, and they couldn't. The fresh tires really make a difference here. We got quite a bit of tire fall off in the trucks here at Kansas. Yeah, previous to that caution, Ty Majeski and Ben Rhodes and Zane Smith were the 3 trucks on the move. Yeah, I'm interested to see who stays out, who pits, who really wants to risk it for them stage points. I think Enfinger, I'd say Enfinger, Majeski, Rhodes, Kyle Busch all pit. Then I think Rajah Kruth might risk staying out for the stage points. The 0-2 Chris Wright just lost it out there on his own off of turn 4. Free pass will be the 33 of Mason Maggio. So far, 35 of their 36 starters still running tonight. Tim Vines, the only one that went behind the wall early on with some sort of mechanical issue. Then you have Nick Lights, 2 laps down. He went for a spin that brought out the first caution of the day. Then Justin Carroll, Josh Rayum, only 2 trucks, 2 laps down. Then everybody else still on the lead lap. Now 10 to go as we're currently under the caution flag. Pit road should be open next time by. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Putting up a new poll in the chat for who wins at Kansas. We got Kyle Busch, Zane Smith, and we'll say Ty Majeski. And who's one more? I think Ben Rhodes. Yeah, I'll say Ben Rhodes. Oh, wait. Don't want to misspell Ben Rhodes. There we go. Okay. So all the crews are getting up on the pit wall. Grant Enfinger, his pit crew's up on the wall, so he's going to be coming to pit road. I would imagine that your top 4 are all going to pit. Just the stage points don't make a big difference to them, but I think Rajah Caruth, Stuart Friesen, actually, I think they're going to be thinking about the win here. It's just, Ty Majeski stays out. Grant Enfinger, Ben Rhodes, and wow, really nobody else pits until you get outside of the top 10, so pretty surprised by the amount of guys that decide to stay out here. I thought it was going to be the opposite, because on the first set of pit stops, it looked like fresh tires made a huge difference, but I guess we got a lot more people that are confident in staying out this time. Ross Chastain into pit. Nick Sanchez, Dean Thompson. I believe Brett Holmes. I'd say about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 or so trucks came down pit road. So, yeah, the majority of trucks decide to stay out here. So, I'm not sure if the fresh tires are going to be able to make a big enough of a difference this time. We'll see. I believe the guys on fresh tires, the first people on fresh tires will be restarting about 15th or so. We'll see if that's enough to make a difference. Last time, they were starting in 7th, so a lot closer to the front. Thanks everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. I know it's the first time we've been live in a little while. Okay, so they're going to cut to commercial, but we'll keep all the action right here. But yeah, your stage 1 results, when they had that sprint to the finish, you had Kyle Busch getting the stage win, Ben Rhodes in 2nd, then Zane Smith 3rd, Enfinger 4th, Chase Purdy rounding out your top 5, then Rajah Caruth picking up some valuable stage points, as well as Tyler Ankrum, Corey Heim, Carson Osavar, and Haley Deegan got the final stage point, with Ty Majeski and Stuart Friesen just missing out on stage points in stage number 1. But in terms of running order, I think now we can see who the first people on fresh tires are going to be. So, yeah, the first, Ben Rhodes will be the first on fresh tires, and he'll start in 16th position. Enfinger will also have fresh tires starting in 17th. Ankrum in 18th. Haley Deegan 19th. But we'll go through your guys on old tires. At the front of the field, you have Ty Majeski in the 98th, then Kyle Busch in the 51 will start to his outside. Rajah Caruth in 3rd. Zane Smith 4th. Stuart Friesen 5th. Then Heim, Eckes, Purdy, Taylor Gray, and Daniel Dye round out your top 10. Everybody trying to pick up some stage points here with this strategy call. Then Colby Howard in 11th, Tanner Gray 12th, Brennan Poole and Tyler Hill, and Tony Breidinger making her Truck Series debut rounds out your top 15. And your drivers who decide to stay out on old tires. It also looks like Carson Osavar may have had an issue on his pit stop or a penalty of some sorts, as he's going to drop all the way back to 32nd here. Or they might have been working on the damage on the front end of that 42. He did get a little bit of damage when he made that contact with Haley Deegan earlier I had mentioned. Yo, Ski Racer 73, what's up? What's up? How you doing? It has been quite a while since we've been on here. I've just been making it through finals, college decisions, other things, graduation, just trying to finish strong here. So we'll kind of see. We'll see. I'm trying to get back into the flow of making or doing the streams. It's just the streams do take up quite a bit of time. Ginger Williamson, I'm watching you and WD Backlash at the same time. And plus, where's Deegan at right now? Haley Deegan, she got a stage point in stage 1, and this time she decided to. So we just had a caution if you're just tuning in. And so half the field decided to pit for tires, and half the field decided to stay out and try and gamble to get some stage points here. So we're going to get restarted with about 5 to go in stage number 2. But Haley Deegan decided to pit, and she'll restart in 19th, the 4th truck with fresh tires. So I think she's got a decent shot at moving up into the top 10. Are you sick right now? Well, I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, so tomorrow, I'm not sure if we're going to be live for that race, for the race yet. I'll probably make a community post about it, try and give you guys some forward notice. And in terms of next week at Darlington, I know I will not be live on Friday because it's my cousin's graduation. Saturday, if the race is in the middle of the afternoon, then I will not be. And Sunday, I also want to say, it's Mother's Day. So I'll probably be spending time with my mother. So next weekend, probably not going to be able to happen either. We'll see. Your cat's trying to eat your chips. Can cats even eat chips? I've never had a cat. I've only had dogs. So, I don't know. My dog doesn't eat chips usually. Anyways, green flag about to be out here for the dash to end stage number 2. Kyle Busch on the inside. Ty Majeski on the outside. Old tires trying to hang on. And they fan out 2 and 3 and 4 wide into turns 1 and 2. But it's Ty Majeski with the lead. Kyle Busch, Zane Smith, and Stuart Friesen 3 wide for an instant. Kyle Busch going to slide up to block Stuart now for second place. Corey Heim getting a big shot from Chase Purdy down the back straightaway. And Heim now going to dart to the inside of Zane Smith and Stuart Friesen. Kyle Busch gets loose in the middle of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. That's going to open the door. Corey Heim down low with an amazing restart. Heim all the way up to second place. Since the start, Friesen to the inside of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch started out front, and now he's already dropped back to almost to 5th place. And now they're still sorting things out at the front of the field as they go through turns 1 and 2 once again. Ty Majeski, Corey Heim. Heim looking to the inside of the 98 at the front of the field. Heim with a huge run, and Corey Heim to the lead as they go into turn 3. He's not quite clear of that 98 truck yet. By now he is. Corey Heim is your new leader. Then Rajah Caruth is all the way up to 3rd place. Rajah having a great run here once again in stage number 2. And we got a caution, I believe, or the 9 truck has got some serious damage on the right side. He might be able to make it to pit road here safely. We'll see. Either way, the green flag is still out. Majeski now going to make it to the inside of Corey Heim. He's not giving up on this battle for the lead yet. And Majeski leads once again down the back straightaway. Heim still in second. Then Caruth, Zane Smith, and Eckes round out your top 5. Into turns 3 and 4. Majeski against the wall. Heim down low. As they work their way off a corner exit. Oh, the 11's going to slide up. Not quite going to be able to get there to get that side draft. And Zane Smith giving Rajah Caruth one heck of a time for 3rd place right now. As they go back into turn number 1. Zane Smith looking to the inside of Caruth. Caruth up high. At the front of the field, Heim looking to the inside of the 98. He's not going to get there. But Zane Smith and Caruth are side by side for 3rd place down the back straightaway. And Caruth is going to be able to have that run off a corner exit and prevail and hold on to that spot for now. Meanwhile, the guys working their way to the front on fresh tires. Ben Rhodes has worked his way from 16th up to 11th. He's the biggest mover. Actually, no, Tyler Ankrum is up to 9th, and Infinger is up to 5th, so Infinger is on the move. Grant Infinger with the fresh tires all the way up to 5th. He might still have a shot at this one with 2 to go. Now Majeski's growing his lead out to 0.3 of a second over Corey Heim. And now here comes Infinger pushing his teammate forward. Infinger's up to 4th. Now looking to the inside of Caruth for 3rd. Grant Infinger on the move. And now he has got that 3rd spot locked up as we got the white flag out in stage number 2 here at Kansas. Ty Majeski out front by half a second over Corey Heim. He's got this thing locked up. Currently your top 10, Majeski, Heim, Infinger, Caruth, Zane Smith, Eckes, Ankrum, Friesen, Purdy, and Chastain holds on to that final stage point over Dean Thompson at the moment. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in stage number 2. Ty Majeski with the commanding lead. Corey Heim trying to hold off Grant Infinger on fresh tires for 2nd, but it's not going to be enough. Grant Infinger will take 2nd place, but Ty Majeski will pick up the stage win in stage number 2 at Kansas. It's Infinger, Heim, Caruth in 4th. Zane Smith rounds out your top 5. Then Eckes, Ankrum, Purdy, Friesen, and Dean Thompson collects the final stage point here in stage 2. And that was a lot of action right there. Woo. Ginger Williamson today has not been the best. You got your first torch in my baseball game, and then I break my water line while fixing my sink with my dad, so he's going to Lowe's to get another one. Man, that is a tough day, Ginger. Oh, Kyle Busch up the track, and the 99 got a good piece of that too there towards the end. So Kyle Busch got loose off of turn 2, got up, got the wall, and the 99 had nowhere to go and basically ran into the back of him, got a bit of front-end damage, a little bit more than what we saw with Hocevar and Deegan earlier. Free pass will be the 90 of Justin Carroll, I believe. And Colby Howard has gone behind the wall with his damage, so his day is probably done, so he might be the second DNF of this race. Not quite sure what happened with that there. And Haley Deegan only able to finish 20th in the stage, so she was not able to make much forward progress on those fresh tires. But now, everybody who did not pit will come to pit road and get fresh tires, and everybody who did pit already will stay out and move forward. So Infinger should assume the lead here after these pit stops play out. And then I believe second place would be, I think, Tyler Ankrum. We'll find out here once pit road opens. Oh, that does not sound pleasant, Ski Racer 73. Thanks, everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like if you have not already. Let's get this thing up to 10 likes. Ski Racer, whatever emojis you're trying to send in the chat, it doesn't load because this is like, well, I can only see it from a computer, so it just like says like can't understand. Oops. And there we go. Yeah, so we're going to we'll try to be live for the Cup Series race tomorrow. I got high hopes for Kyle Larson after what's been a rough couple of weeks. It's felt like Kyle Larson has had the fastest car every week for the last month, but it just has not been able to play out in his favor. Sure, I'll hear a joke, Ginger. Now, stage 2 is complete. The final stage, 75 laps. I don't know, Ginger. I don't know. Oh, those emojis were able to load, so I'm not quite sure what the difference was. That's a solid one. That's a solid one. Oh, you can take. So yeah, now they're taping up the nose on that 99 of Ben Rhodes. So this is going to cost him a lot of track position, and I'm not even sure the amount of aero impacts that'll have on the 99. But he was definitely one of the contenders here tonight, and it looks like his day might have come to an early end, at least in terms of competing for the win. There's a lot of tape up on the front of that truck now. Now closing in on the halfway point in this race. Yeah, the 51 just got real sideways there off a turn 2. Got real tight. Tried to save it. Could not. He tagged the outside wall, and then the 99 piled into the back of him. And then further back, that's what happened to the 9. The 9, it looks like somebody hooked him into the outside wall off of turn 2, and that's where he got his damage. And pit road should be open this time. And I just hate when they drag out these cautions longer than they could be. Joe Werbel, did I move rooms? No, I just changed the camera slightly. It's not really going to stick like this. I just shifted things around, took down the flags temporarily. This is like a very impromptu setup. I literally just sat down and was like, you know what? I think I have enough time to do this tonight. So here I am. Yeah, it looks like Ben Rhodes, at least in terms of competing for the win tonight, it looks like his chances have definitely shrunk quite a bit with that front end damage. Now pit road is open, and everybody who did not pit there under that previous caution will come and get for Mr. Feelgoods now. Ginger Williamson, I am going to college I plan to go to college for mechanical engineering. And I'm planning to go to Grove City. Looking at the leaderboard. So now it looks like after pit stops are cycled through, Infinger Ankrum, your top 2. And then it'll be like Deegan, I think, will be up there. I don't know. There's like, little contact there off of pit road. I think that was Corey Heim maybe and Chase Purdy. Yeah, I definitely say one of my shout-out drives so far of the night definitely got to be Rajah Caruth, picking up solid stage points in both of the stages. Finished in stage 2, finished up with 7 stage points. In stage 1, picked up 5, so collecting 12 stage points on the night. Third most of anybody. Thanks for watching right now. I just think, I don't know. I think there's a lot more to it than that for Deegan, but I don't know. I don't really know what I think about Hailie Deegan, to be honest with you. In terms of like, well, I mean, obviously, I feel like I want to see her succeed, but that's kind of like, I feel like anybody would want to see a driver succeed, but I feel like it's like, I feel like she's had her chance now, I feel like, for quite some time in winning equipment. Like, if she can't make the playoffs or at least make a good if she doesn't have a good campaign this season, and at least not, like, if she comes close to making the playoffs, then maybe I still have, like, some hopes for her. But, I mean, if she can't make the playoffs this season, I think her time is coming to a close. But at the same time, because, like, she hasn't, like, destroyed cars, at least on her own accord, at least, like, if she hasn't just wrecked a bunch of stuff on her own, I think, and because of the funding she has and her name, I feel like she might move up to the Xfinity Series or something in a semi-competitive Ford-backed ride if there's an opening. And currently just looking at I just want to see her stats, actually, from this season. Just trying to see, like, if at least if her, like, average finish or anything is like that has improved. So, Hailie Deegan, so far this season. Okay. So, Hailie Deegan, in 2021 when she ran full-time, so yeah, that's kind of weird the way it does these stats, but when she ran full-time in 2021, she had a 17.96 average start and a 20.91 average finish. In 2022, she started average start of 20th and average finish of 22nd. So regressed by about 2 positions in each category. And that saw her have a worse points finish on the season. But then so far this season, she has an average start of 17.57 and an average finish of 19.14. So far those are on pace to be career best. But I would also say that, like, this season she's definitely in the best equipment. I mean, the other 2 seasons she wasn't really in bad equipment either, but I'd say she's definitely in her best equipment this season of any year she's been in the trucks. She already has 1 top 10, which previously she had 2 top 10s in 2022 and 1 in 2021. So she can start to add up a couple more top 10s and maybe, like, you know, bring her average finish down to maybe somewhere around 15, 16. I think that would be definitely a good step forward for her. Anyways, back to the race. We should be getting the green flag here this time by. Yes, we will be. Grant Enfinger on the inside. Dean Thompson on the outside doing double duty today. He ran the ARCA race earlier where he ran 2nd place. On road 2, Tyler Ankerman, Ross Chastain. Green flag back out from Kansas. The final stage is underway and a good restart for Enfinger as Dean Thompson spins the tires and that outside line is all backed up. And Ankrum able to just push Enfinger out to the lead, and they are 4 wide there as Ross Chastain got put in the sucker hole because he got boxed in behind Dean Thompson. He's gone from 4th all the way to the outside of the top 10. Rajah Caruth up the track there. That looked crazy for just a moment. And now Matt DiBenedetto looking for 2nd on the inside of Tyler Ankrum. Where did he come from? Meanwhile, Ty Majeski, forget about all these guys on new tires. He's already worked his way up to 3rd. That 98 truck is on the move. And nobody else who decided to pit under that last caution is even in the picture right now at the front of the field. Majeski looks like the man to beat currently. 66 laps to go. But Rajah Caruth giving the fight to that 98 on the inside of that truck into turns 3 and 4. Rajah Caruth down low. He's having his career best run, I'd say, so far tonight. And he'll slide up in front of the 98, and he'll block him down the front straightaway. Ooh, that was an aggressive block there, man. Majeski is not going to be happy with that. That is some tough racing from Rajah Caruth right now as they go down the front straightaway. Further up in front of the field, though, Enfinger is now pulled away from DiBenedetto by 0.3 of a second and by about 0.8 of a second over this battle for 3rd place. Sanchez rounds out your top 5. He's starting to work his way forward. And Dean Thompson, after spinning the tires on the restart, has dropped all the way from 2nd back to 8th, almost about to fall out of the top 10 here as Christian Eckes is going by him on the inside. And Ross Chastain comes flying into the picture. He's got nowhere to go, though, as he's boxed in behind Ankrum and Thompson. And Ankrum's going to get loose there in the center of the turn. Chastain's got a run. Here comes Stuart Friesen with a big run down the back straightaway, looking to the inside of Ross Chastain into turn 3. Now he's going to stay up high. Chastain dives in on the inside of the 16 truck. He's not able to make it stick. He's drifting up the racetrack, and he's going to box in Stuart Friesen, and Zane Smith will go by, or try to go by, both of them down low. Enfinger out front by 0.7 of a second now over Matt DiBenedetto, and by a 1.5 seconds over Ty Majeski, who is still fighting with Rajah Caruth. Rajah Caruth holding his own against one of the best trucks tonight. And the 24 looking like a real competitor here so far. And now Rajah's going to slide up in front of the 98. And the 98, looking to the outside. No! Rajah's in the wall. A late block on the 98, and the Majeski nowhere to go. And the 24 is torn up, and Rajah was having his best run on the night, and he was fighting him too hard for it, and I know Ty Majeski's not going to be happy with that. That was not the first time Rajah made a block like that, and I had kind of mentioned it earlier. It was just, you don't block like that on a straightaway, he was about to literally put him in the wall, and there's still 70 laps to go in the race. It's just not the type thing you want to see here. And luckily, Majeski honestly doesn't get that much damage, just a bit of damage on the left front and maybe some scrapes on the right side. But still, I mean, those are 2 of the best trucks tonight taken out by, honestly, what I would say is, a rookie mistake from a rookie driver right there. That was just, I don't know what Caruth was thinking there. I know he's trying to stay in front. I know he's still new to the game, if you will, so he's running up in the top 5. He's trying to hold that position. He's trying to show his worth, but honestly, just kind of overextended himself there. Made some crazy blocks on the front stretch over the previous couple of laps, and then this time it just finally caught up to him. And the 98 was there. That's all I can say. His nose was there. He was going around the outside on a straightaway. Usually you see some guys run up maybe a little bit higher up on the front straightaway, but he was literally riding the wall at that point, and Rajah still decided to block him in there. I'm not really sure what I think about that. Well, I do know what I think. It's just kind of I'll just say a bit of a rookie mistake from a rookie driver there. And just a bit of an over-aggressive mistake there. '98's got a good run on the 24 in this. Yeah, Caruth just goes up there blocking. Yeah, so, Harvick puts it best. Caruth goes up to block, and Ty is simply there. That's all you can say. You could maybe partially blame that on the spotter. Maybe if the spotter, depends on what he was saying. Have you said to go up there and block? Or, I mean, also Kruth maybe should still have some of that awareness, but like, I mean, either way, Kruth will be the third DNF of the race. But in terms of the free pass, that'll also put the 22, Josh Rayum, back on the lead lap. Now, we haven't seen very many green flag laps here. Only about, I'd say, 10 laps under the green flag. So I don't think you come down and get fresh tires here. I think you just got to stay out and play it a little bit longer until maybe you decide to pit. But it's Enfinger, DiBenedetto, Sanchez, Eckes, now Hocevar in the top 5. Then Thompson, Heim, Majeski, Ankarum, and Freeze in your top 10. But Majeski's definitely going to hit pit road here to repair that damage. And then Purdy, Chastain, Zane Smith, Taylor Gray, and Jake Garcia, your top 15. Attaboy Jake Garcia, man. He has definitely been one of the drivers that have impressed me the most so far this season. Especially out of this really impressive rookie class here in the Truck Series. We got Sanchez, you got Dye, Rajah Kruth, some people that have been really hyped up. And then you got Jake Garcia, who honestly I really hadn't heard of much out of his couple of truck starts last season, who's really come on in this season and run really well. Anyways, then you have Dye, Deegan, Gray, Crafton, and Holmes, your top 20. Kyle Busch, who really hasn't recovered from that damage. I wonder if that damage is really bogging down that 51 truck. Allen, Tyler Hill. Also, Chase Purdy also decides to hit pit road. And Matt Crafton and Kyle Busch, so a couple of guys towards the back. But then you got Sauter, Poole rounding out your top 25. Then Rhodes, who's got some damage. Breidinger, Wright, Carroll, Maggio, your top 30. Then Boyd, Rayum, and Elite Lights round out people that are currently still in this race. I think we're going to have to make a new poll for who's going to win, as we got a lot of new front runners. Grant Enfinger's definitely poised himself as a new threat to win this race. Yeah, who wins at Kansas? Grant Enfinger. And then I would say Nick Sanchez, looking for his first Truck Series win. Oh, I totally misspelled Sanchez. Hold up just a moment. I'm trying to... What is this Kenny Wallace commercial? I don't know what I think about that Kenny Wallace commercial. That green screen, just a little rough. Looks like a 2004 commercial, not 2023. But it's I don't know. It's all right. Anyways, I'd say Eckes now back into the picture. Christian Eckes, and we'll say Ross Chastain. I don't think he does it. I just don't think the Nice trucks have that pace tonight, but Ross Chastain. Thanks for watching. If you haven't dropped a like and subscribed already, appreciate it if you do so. Hey, we got one more new subscriber tonight. I appreciate it. Yeah, your current running order here after pit stops. Enfinger, DiBenedetto, Sanchez, Hocevar, Eckes, Thompson, Heim, Ankrum, Friesen, and Chastain, your top 10. Zane Smith, Taylor Gray, Garcia, Dye, Deegan, your top 15. Then Tanner Gray, Holmes, Allen, Tyler Hill, Sauter, your top 20. Then Poole, Breidinger, making her Truck Series debut. Purdy, Busch, Carroll, your top 25. Then Boyd, Maggio. Breidinger, Carroll, Purdy, Boyd, your top 25. Then Crafton, Maggio, Rayum, Busch, Wright, your top 30. Then Majeski, Rhodes, last two trucks on the lead lap. Then Lights, 2 laps down. Then Kruth, Howard, and Vines all behind the wall. So only 3 DNFs so far into this race. 58 laps to go. Currently, we're about to get that green flag pretty soon. Yeah, back to that Hailie Deegan discussion. I think currently she's got to take a step up right now. Probably got to start improving her average running position by about 5 spots, because right now I'd say she's a 15th to 20th place driver most weeks. If she can improve to like a 10th to 15th place driver and start to break into that top 10, then I think I can start to take her a bit more seriously. But here we are. So it's going to be on the inside, Infinger. On the outside, Sanchez. On the inside of row 2, DiBenedetto. On the outside, Carson Osavar with a bit of damage on the right front, but that doesn't seem to be bothering him on row 3. Eckes in Thompson. We'll get restarted with 56 laps to go. Grant Infinger in that beautiful patriotic Chevrolet scheme on that 23. That would be a nice truck to see park it in victory lane. Matt DiBenedetto looking to get his second Truck Series win after Talladega last fall. He's having a solid run here tonight. I mean, with honestly not a lot of crashes tonight, but there have been enough incidents that have given contact to fast trucks that we've kind of shuffled out, I'd say, some of the original frontrunners in this race, like Kyle Busch, Ben Rhodes, Ty Majeski, Rajah Caruth. Here we are, though, about to get the green flag as the pace truck will pull off of turn number 4. Infinger on the outside, Sanchez on the outside. About to get the green flag here with 56 laps to go. Into the Geico restart zone. The green flag is out. We're racing again here from Kansas in the Hearts of America 200. And a good restart for Infinger, but he's going to throw a late block into Benedetto, crashes up across the field, and that's the big one. Kraus, Hocevar, Thompson, nowhere to go. Oh, my goodness. And that is 4 torn up trucks. That was a bunch of spinning tires and a late block, and there are quite a few destroyed pickups in turn 1. Oh, man, there's a lot of guys with potentials to get good finishes. No, Eckes and Purdy with damage. Another 2 trucks that were running up front. That was a totally separate incident, probably trying to avoid. And that looks like race-ending damage for both of those guys as well. And actually, DiBenedetto might be the one with the least damage out of all of this, even though he was the first truck to originally go spinning. But, I mean, one of the guys right at the front of the field just loses it, and everybody has nowhere to go. Oh, boy. This is going to shake up the running order, definitely. Yeah, window nets are down on the 19 and the 4 truck. Looks like everybody is moving around. Eckes climbing out of his truck. And, yeah, Dean Thompson not happy at all. A lot of frustrated truckers out there. Hey, we're up to 3,460 subscribers. I appreciate it. On the way to 3,500. So here we are. It all starts, I mean, both the outside line's already spinning the tires, but it all originates down low. Eckes pulls out on DiBenedetto, and DiBenedetto tries to throw the block, and that's what it is. DiBenedetto moves down there, and it's just too late. I mean, Eckes had a really big run. I don't think I would not have anticipated Eckes already being that far low. But, yeah, DiBenedetto moves down there, and he hooks it, gets hooked, and tries to correct it, but overcorrects it up in front of the field and drags Eckes along with him, including Hocevar and Thompson with nowhere to go. And then you got some separate Chase Purdy trying to avoid down low just drives it into the side of the 19. Now, that there actually might be the most, I don't know, bozo move out of all of this. You have the wreck that's essentially completed, and the 19 is just slowly drifting down the racetrack. I mean, literally almost as slow as can be, and Purdy just drills him. That actually probably hurt the 19 right there. But, yeah, the 25, late block on the 19, and then just takes the 19 up the track with him and collects the 42 and the 5, and then the 4 also just drives right into the side of the 19 at the end of all this. Oh, man, right along with Daniel Dye, man. Just a whole bunch of smoke to the outside of him. Just goes down low. I'm honestly surprised there were not more trucks involved with this. I mean, you had 2 trucks going sideways in front of the whole field, and only 4 guys were involved. Or 5 guys. I just want to see if one camera stays on the shot of Purdy hitting Eckes. Oh. Dang, that was a hit. I did not realize. Now I will credit Purdy a little bit, or I won't put as much blame on Purdy now, as the 19 really just kind of was rolling like kind of on a crazy route there on the apron, but still, you'd probably imagine somebody would slow down a bit more, but he basically just hits the 19 when the 19's almost at a standstill and just T-bones him right in the door. And that definitely is going to, Eckes is going to be feeling that tomorrow. I mean, that was a lick for Eckes. Yeah, I mean, now we're starting to sort out how many trucks are out of this. DiBenedetto's gone to pit road, so they're going to try and repair that truck. But you got Purdy, Thompson, Hocevar, Eckes, 4 trucks out, and probably one more with DiBenedetto. But and that is the one thing you do not want to see, man. I mean, the 19 just sitting still, and the 4, like literally perfectly T-bones him in the driver's door. That could have been so much worse. So much worse. And just pops the 19 right up into the air, too. Wow. And now they're trying to just unhook the 19 and the 4. I don't even know if they're going to be able. I mean, I think they got it, but yeah, now the 19 and the 4 basically got hooked together, and now they finally got them unhooked. That is just what you do not want to see. I'm doing good. How are you doing? 1 Mile Cup Series. How are you doing? Now they're interviewing Rajah Caruth, who was involved in the previous incident, and that's a frustrating one. What is he doing? No, Rajah. I'm sorry. Rajah's like, I picked the top and I blocked, and then he hooked me. Which I guess I can see it from that perspective. If this is like Formula 1 and you can only make 1 block, then I guess, yeah, why would Majeski decide to stay up top? But at the same time, I feel like Majeski expects Caruth to like leave him that room. I mean, and I also wouldn't say that Majeski like turned him. I mean, he drives in there and then Caruth just slowly drifts up into him. All right, I mean, I don't know. I guess we could see it from more of a 50-50 point of view. Who do you think's at fault for that one? I'm going to put up a new poll. Who's at fault, Caruth? Or, who is at fault? Caruth? Oh, dude, I'm totally going to misspell Caruth. Wait, I think actually, no. There we go. Caruth. Majeski. Or, say, 50-50. Man, this is the big pile up here. After this poll, we'll see what you guys think about who's at fault for the most recent incident, or if it's DiBenedetto, Eckes, or just a racing incident. I really honestly feel like you can only say DiBenedetto here, or DiBenedetto or racing incident. I feel like Eckes just makes a move to the inside. DiBenedetto goes to throw the block, and Eckes is already there. But I was very surprised by how fast the 19 was able to get to the inside of the 25, though. Thanks to everybody watching right now. And I think DiBenedetto is staying out on the racetrack. Or we'll see. He might be able to actually continue with his damage. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no. DiBenedetto is done. So that means, yeah, we have... Yeah, we have 8 trucks out of the race so far. Also, the free pass will be Nick Lights. So he'll be 1 lap down now. Yeah, we have 8 trucks done for the night. And now it leaves Enfinger, Sanchez, Heim, Friesen, Ankrum, your top 5. Then Zane Smith, Ross Chastain, Taylor Gray, Garcia, Dye, your top 10. Then Deegan, Allen, Sauter, Holmes, Poole, your top 15. Crafton, Breidinger, Maggio, Reum, Boyd, your top 20. Then Majeski, Tyler Hill, Kyle Busch, Carroll, Wright, your top 25. Tanner Gray, Rhodes, Lights, round out your drivers still in the race. Yeah, definitely with some competitive trucks now out of this thing, this definitely opens the door for some guys to have potentially solid results here. Right now I'm looking at Tyler Ankrum running inside of the top 5. I mean, Haley Deegan running in 11th. Johnny Sauter, who's coming back to the Truck Series for a couple of starts, I believe, with Roper Racing. And currently in 13th, Brett Holmes in 15th. Brennan Poole in this 46 G2G truck in the top 15 right now. Tony Breidinger in her debut in 17th. Josh Reum in that 22 inside of the top 20. And then, I mean, also, I'm interested to see if Kyle Busch and Ben Rhodes can recover from their damage here. Ginger Williamson, what happened? I mean, there are multiple different incidents that happened. I mean, you basically had Carruth throw what I'll say was a late block on... here. They're coming off of turn 4. Now, they've been battling for quite a few laps. And you have Majeski going on the outside of Carruth. Carruth moves up and basically almost puts, Majeski in the wall. But Majeski decides to stay up there, and Carruth slowly moves up and, in my opinion, just kind of cuts himself off the nose of the 99. I don't really feel like the 99 does anything. He just holds his line, and the 24 slowly moves up into him, and 24 ends up basically T-boning the wall, and the 99 gets some damage, but he's able to continue. And then after that, on the restart, you had Matt DiBenedetto at the front of the field basically spin across the field after throwing a late block on the 19, and that took out the 19, the 25, the 42, the 5, and the 4. Yeah, now we'll start another Who Wins poll as we're about to get the green flag once again here at Kansas with 49 laps to go. Here we are. Green flag about to be back out here. Thanks to everybody watching right now. And we are racing again here from Kansas. 50 laps to go. Can they make it away cleanly this time? Chastain looking to the inside of Ankrum already. They're 3 wide. Sanchez with a good restart up high. Him and Enfinger side by side off of turn 2. Enfinger with the slight advantage. Oh, Heim almost gets in the back of the 2 there. Here comes Stuart Friesen with a run. Oh, and he's going to go to the inside. Enfinger make it 3 wide for second. Stuart Friesen up to second place. How about that for the 52 truck? Enfinger gets shuffled from the lead to 4th. And down the front straightaway, Sanchez and Friesen. It's a drag race. Give it to Friesen at the line. Now here comes Corey Heim. He's going to push that 52 truck out to the lead. Stuart Friesen is your leader at Kansas. Heim will move up into second. Sanchez, and don't look now, Zane Smith up to 4th. Grant Enfinger rounds out your top 5. Now Corey Heim going to dive it to the inside of the 52, looking for the lead in turn 4, and he has got it. Corey Heim is your leader at Kansas, but Zane Smith, all eyes on that 38 as he is looking for 3rd place on the inside of Sanchez. Taylor Gray, Chastain, Dye, Ankrum, and Garcia round out your top 10. Zane Smith looking to the inside of Sanchez, down the back straightaway, not able to get there. But Corey Heim trying to break the toe from Stuart Friesen behind him as they go into turns 3 and 4. That 11, I think, is just faster than the 52, but still a really solid run for Stuart Friesen so far tonight. But Zane Smith able to just power on by Nick Sanchez through turns 3 and 4. Is now looking to the inside of Stuart Friesen for the lead. Can't quite clear him there. Stuart Friesen is going to pinch that 38 down low, and Zane Smith can't quite hold it down there. Stuart Friesen will stay ahead of him for now, and this is what Corey Heim wants to see in his rearview mirror. He wants to see these guys hold up Zane Smith as long as they possibly can, because while they do that, he can try and run away and hide. As I would say, that 38 truck is the man to beat right now, but also don't look now. Kyle Busch on the move again. He's up to 12th even with that damage to his truck. .45 laps to go. And now Kyle Busch, he's starting to catch up to the back half of this top 10. He sees Hailie Deegan ahead of him. Meanwhile, Tyler Ankrum trying to hold off Jake Garcia. Hailie Deegan going down low to the inside of Garcia and Ankrum, and she's going to get the 2-for-1 right there. And Hailie Deegan moves up into the 9th position. And Kyle Busch goes to the outside of Jake Garcia into turn 1. He's looking to get back into this top 10. And he's looking to the outside of Ankrum. That's a tight window up there, but just backs out of it. That was really tight. But he's going to be able to get by Garcia. He's up to 11th. Now he goes to the inside of Ankrum for 10th. Into turn 3, Kyle Busch back into the top 10. Don't look now. Also, Zane Smith is clear of that battle for second place. He's now half second behind Corey Heim. The only thing he's got in his eyes right now is that lead and that trophy. Eckes kind of taking partial credit for causing that wreck on the restart. Big crash. Chris Wright has knowed that outside wall, and oh my goodness, he almost just got drilled by somebody. That could have been really bad. Oh my goodness. Chris Wright, though, has made heavy contact to the outside wall, and he almost just got drilled, similar to Christian Eckes and Chase Purdy earlier. I think that might have been the 22 truck, but that was really close there. But now we're going to go get ourselves another restart and another opportunity for chaos. But yeah, I think everybody's going to be coming to pit road here at this point in the run. Everybody's tires are old enough, and if we go green, you can basically make it to the finish from here. And Chris Wright now is getting out of his 02 truck. That was a massive hit on that 02. And it does not look like they were able to get a video of the crash they just said on the broadcast. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh wait, we do maybe have a video. Oh, he's just gets sideways, similar to the earlier crash, and just overcorrects it. Okay, not as hard as an impact as originally suspected, but yeah, just overcorrects it there, and then slides down the track, and oh my goodness, he almost just got drilled by somebody. Yeah, it was the 22, almost. Oh, man, that 22 almost just lit up the 02. Yeah, Chris Wright, his night is done. And Nick Lights will finally get back on the lead lap from this caution. He spent the majority of this race 2 laps down after bringing out the first caution of the day. And now we are down to 27 trucks after starting with 36. Yeah, I think everybody's got to pit here. Everybody. It's Corey Heim, Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, Grant Enfinger, Nick Sanchez, your top 5. We might see 1 or 2 guys try and play strategy here. A couple people pitted under the last caution, so maybe they'll stay out here. But Heim will come down pit road, and looks like the 15's going to stay out, and maybe 2 or 3 other trucks back there. But the majority of the field coming down pit road this time with 41 laps to go. Make it 40. But who's going to win the race off of pit road here? Everybody going to be taking 4 tires and fuel to make it to the finish. Corey Heim let him down. Can he keep the lead? It looks like a bit of a slow stop on that 11. Definitely a slow stop on the 11 truck, I think. Still going to be able to... Oh, Zane Smith might steal this thing off of the race off of pit road. And, yeah, Zane Smith wins the race off of pit road. Heim in second. Sanchez Chastain picks up 4 spots. And then Infinger, Friesen loses 3 spots. Gray, Busch, Ankerman, Crafton, your top 10. Crafton picking up 5 spots on pit road. So we'll see who decides to stay out here shortly. Definitely the 15 truck, I believe, of Tanner Gray. I don't know how long that's going to work, though. I would not be surprised if they saw how many people came down pit road and decided just to come down pit road the next time. Thanks for everyone watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, yeah. Still keeping this thing going. We got 39 laps to go. Man, this final stage has been filled with some drama. Already have had 7 cautions on the night. Quite a few heavy hitters out of contention. Okay, so Tanner Gray and Tyler Hill, Josh Rayum, I believe, are the 3 trucks that decide to stay out. If I am correct. So just 3 trucks stay out here. And that would mean Zane Smith on fresh tires is going to start in 4th, and he'll be ready to pounce for that lead. Now, currently looking at your leaderboard, it's Gray, Hill, Rayum, Zane Smith, Heim, your top 5, and then Sanchez, Chastain, Infinger, Friesen, Kyle Busch, your top 10, Taylor Gray, Ankrum, Crafton, Garcia, Deegan, your top 15. Then Rhodes, Holmes, Sauter, Allen, Poole, your top 20. Breidinger, Carroll, Boyd, Lights, Maggio, your top 25. Then Dye and Majeski round out your field. We'll see how these old tires hang on at the front of the pack. The last time we saw them restart on old tires, we saw a big one. Okay. I was about to be like, hold on just a moment. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. It's been a drama-filled one so far tonight. And Josh Rayum did not stay out. Or maybe he dropped to the rear. So it's only going to be 2 trucks. Tanner Gray and Tyler Hill trying to hold him off on old tires. And Zane Smith just able to beat Corey Heim off the pit road there. Okay, here we are. I think the choose cone should be next time by. Oh, a couple of people coming back down pit road. Daniel Dye. So you had Tanner Gray with 15 laps on his tires. So he did have the freshest tires of anybody before that incident. or before that caution, so he might be able to hang on somewhat. But Tyler Hill has got 33 laps on his tires. He's probably going to drop like a rock. I mean, both of them are probably not going to be able to hang on very much anyways. But I think more so than that, people are just going to be hoping we don't have a big one here on our hands going into turn one. Or maybe you are as a fan, but at least the drivers are not hoping for that. And here they are at the choose cone. The 15 will go low, so will the 56. And then the 38, the 11, the 23 go high, then Chastain's going to go low. Woo! Okay, you already know Chastain's going to be pulling out down low, making it 3 wide. Going down into turn 1. We'll see how this all works. I'm interested to see how Tanner Gray does because his tires are somewhat fresh. But Tyler Hill, he is going to be a sitting duck. I really just hope we don't see a pile up here. Here you are, though. Green flag about to get out here. It'll be 36 laps to go. Tanner Gray on old tires on the inside. Zane Smith, probably the dominant truck on the night on the outside with fresh tires. Then Corey Heim on the outside of row 2. Tyler Hill on old tires on the inside of row 2. Row 3 on the inside, Ross Chastain to his outside rookie, Nick Sanchez. Row 4, Taylor Gray and Grant Enfinger rounding out your top 5. Matt Crafton and Stuart Friesen. Or top 5 rows, I should say. There we are. Here we are. Green flag about to be out. 36 laps to go from Kansas. And we are racing again. And they are spinning the tires on the inside. Actually, not that bad, but still Zane Smith able to get away easily. Then the 15's going to throw the block down on the 56, and the 56 just bails on it there before anything got any messier. Still, Taylor Gray trying to hold his own. At the front of the field, oh, but he's going to get loose again. Zane Smith out to the lead, and Tanner Gray going down the hole through the center, and he is getting dropped to the rear. Now Heim looking to the inside of Zane Smith for the lead into turn 3, scraping the apron there for a minute, and he's going to be able to pull off that pass. What a move by Corey Heim. Zane Smith, Enfinger, Chastain, Sanchez, your top 5 after 1 lap back under green. Well, I'm surprised they're able to get away so cleanly there. As now they shoot back into turns 3 and 4 once again. And, Jake Garcia, Tyler Ingram, Haley Deegan all battling outside of the top 10 there. And Nick Sanchez going to the inside of Ross Chastain for 4th. Got some young guns showing their worth here tonight. Nick Sanchez, Corey Heim here at the front of the field. And Stuart Friesen looking for a top 5 after what's been a rough start to the 2023 season for the savvy veteran. And Chastain just not going to be able to get down low, and that's going to open the door for Friesen underneath, even though he's snapping loose on that thing. And Tanner Gray on the old tires is now officially dropped outside of the top 20. And Tyler Hill is also dropped to almost the last car on the lead lap. I think it's safe to say that that strategy did not work. 32 laps to go. Corey Heim leads by 0.2 of a second over Zane Smith. Another 0.2 back to Enfinger, and then about a second and a half back to Nick Sanchez in 4th. Zane Smith looking to the inside of the 11. They're going to make some contact there, and they're both going to check up. Here comes Enfinger with a huge run, and they're 3 wide down the backstretch. Enfinger down low is going to blow by the 2 leaders. Grant Enfinger back out front. Zane Smith drove it on the inside of the 11. They made contact, both at a check up off of turn 2, and Enfinger just came flying by both of them. Grant Enfinger leads with 31 laps to go, but Corey Heim is charging back to the bumper of this 23 truck right now. Heim is hungry for that victory. but Enfinger back out front here, trying to hold him off once again. As they work their way off of turn 4. Enfinger leads by about 3 truck lengths over the 11, then another half a second back to the 38, and Sanchez has now entered this battle, bringing in Stuart Friesen with him. We're about to have 5 trucks duking it out for the victory here with 30 to go. Okay, here we are, working their way off of turn 4. Nick Sanchez catching over to the bumper as Zane Smith for 3rd. Jake Garcia running up inside the top 10, having a good run once again. Kyle Busch up to 8th. And Stuart Friesen going to make a move on the inside of the 2, but he's going to slide up the track and tag that outside wall a little bit. Gave it a kiss. I think he's all good. That's just some good racing there out of Stuart Friesen. He's pushing the cushion like he's running a dirt track. And Nick Sanchez will take that spot back, but Friesen looking for the crossover down the front straightaway. And Friesen going to the inside of Sanchez once again into turns 1 and 2. This time he'll slide up, and it looks like he'll be able to easily clear Sanchez this time. Now Kyle Busch is reeling in Taylor Gray as they go down the back straightaway. They're just saying that we can't play any clips from Kyle Busch's radio, but essentially he's saying the truck is plowing down the straightaways. And Enfinger out front now by about half a second over Corey Heim, another half a second back to Zane Smith in 3rd. Friesen a second off of that battle for 3rd place in 4th. Then Sanchez, Chastain, Taylor Gray, and Kyle Busch looking to the inside of Taylor Gray currently, but can't pull it off. Garcia and Crafton round out your top 10. Then Ankrum, Deegan, Majeski, Dye, Rhodes your top 15. Majeski and Rhodes recovering from damage. Then Allen, Holmes, Sauter, Breidinger, and Tanner Gray your top 20. Breidinger trying to get by Johnny Sauter for 18th. And Enfinger holding steady with about a half a second lead over Corey Heim currently. A lot can still happen, though, with 25 laps to go. Kyle Busch with a big run to the inside of Gray into turn 1. He's going to try and slide up in front of him. Not going to be able to do so. Oh, 51, though. He's going to get into that left rear corner panel at 17 just a bit down the back straightaway. He's pushing the issue right now, and Kyle Busch going to squeeze by the 17 into turn 3. He's up to 7th. There's an angry driver inside of that 51 cockpit right now. And just at the back half of the top 10, Crafton, Ankrum, and Deegan, all 3 of them battling for 10th through 12th on the racetrack right now. Thanks to everybody watching right now. And leaders starting to work some lap traffic here for the first time in a while. Spencer Boyd, Mason Maggio going a lap down. They're catching up to Josh Rayum and Justin Carroll here as well. Lap traffic might play a factor in this one before it's over if we get a long green flag run to the finish. And they're 3 wide here for 10th place. Deegan on the inside of Ankrum, who's on the inside of Crafton through turn 1. The 13 can't quite hold it down there, but Ankrum's going to pull off the pass on the 88. Woo! These guys are pushing it right now. Enfinger starting to stretch his lead out now as it's almost up to the 2nd over Corey Heim, 2 seconds over Zane Smith, 4 seconds over Stuart Friesen. Another 4.5 seconds back to Sanchez, who rounds out your top 5. And as we look at the lap times currently, though, in your top 10, Fastest truck on the racetrack last time by was Grant Enfinger. The next one was Corey Heim, and then Kyle Busch ran the third fastest lap time of anybody inside of the top 10. Fastest truck on the racetrack actually would have been, I think, or wait, hold on. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stat now. Now, a new lap has clicked off, and the fastest trucks that time by. Enfinger about half a tenth quicker than Corey Heim. Kyle Busch, once again, the third fastest truck inside the top 10. Garcia now catching up to Taylor Gray. The battle for 8th place heating up. And Garcia going to cut to the inside of Gray through turns 1 and 2. And yeah, once again, this time at the stripe, Enfinger about a tenth quicker than anybody else on the racetrack. He is starting to check out with 19 laps to go. And 23 is in his own zip code right now. But still, some guys having good runs tonight. Stuart Friesen in 4th. Jake Garcia in 8th. Tyler Ankrum looking for a top 10 result here. Brett Holmes in 16th. Tony Breidinger in her debut in 18th. Brennan Poole in 21st. Nick Lights in his third Truck Series start is currently in 22nd. Justin Carroll in his Truck Series debut is in 24th. And now the laps continue to tick down, but it's still far from over with 18 laps to go. Your leader's starting to work some lap traffic as now they've put Tyler Hill a lap down, and they'll be catching up to Nick Lights here soon, and then Brennan Poole, Johnny Sauter, Tanner Gray. Yeah, once they get past Lights, that's when they'll really start to catch some of the heavier lap traffic. Jake Garcia now has gotten by Taylor Gray, so he's up to 8th. Tanner Gray starting to recover as his tires are now starting to equal out to everybody who he's around, so he's up to 18th. He dropped all the way back to 21st at one point. Enfinger up by about 2 seconds now over Corey Heim. It looks like if anybody's going to catch that 23 truck, they're going to need a caution or for him to make some sort of mistake that cost him about a second. Ankrum, though, holding on to that 10th position now. He's been holding off Matt Crafton and Haley Deegan for quite some time now. Looking back, though, at the lap times, last time by, Corey Heim was about half a tenth quicker than your leader. But then compared to everybody else, I think Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, both faster than your leader. So I probably imagine Grant Enfinger might have been held up by some traffic or something like that. And now Nick Lights has gone a lap down. And Grant Enfinger catching up to Brennan Poole. He is the next truck to go a lap down here. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Going to be 13 to go next time by. Enfinger out front by 1.9 seconds. Last time by ran a 32.5. And nobody else is even in the 32.6 bracket. Actually, no, Zane Smith was. Take that back. But besides Zane Smith. Ben Rhodes getting by Brett Holmes for 15th. Lawless Allen also getting by Brett Holmes for 16th. Wonder if Holmes made a bit of a mistake there or something. Now Brennan Poole and Johnny Sauter have each gone a lap down. But yeah, from here on out, the lap traffic for Enfinger only gets thicker and thicker as the next truck for him to put a lap down will be Tony Breidinger. So that might start to hold up your leader just a bit. And it definitely has made some sort of a difference, as last time by Heim, 0.3 of a second quicker than your leader. The gap down to 1.5 seconds. $12 to go. And now Enfinger crossed the stripe, 11 to go. But yeah, further back you can see Heim negotiating some lap traffic. Oh, the 98 slow on the back straightaway, and it looks like, yeah, that damage on the left front is now cut down a tire or something. He is sparking, or there's something that is sparking on that 98 as he's bringing it to pit road. He's on the apron, though, out of harm's way. Unless we see some debris go up on the racetrack, we should stay caution-free, and he'll bring that truck to pit road. And then he was having a good rebound run there for just a bit. But now that's going to cost him any sort of decent finish. And now that leaves just 18 trucks on the lead lap as Grant Enfinger really putting the pace on the field right now. Still, caution would shake it all up right now. Would you put on tires? Would you stay out? I feel like you have to put on tires. I feel like you have to put on tires if you're out front. And then everybody, and maybe a couple of guys outside, maybe the top 5, top 10 might stay out, but you'd be able to work your way around them pretty easily. Rhodes getting by Holmes once again. That's been a battle that's been going on. Currently, though, your top 10, Enfinger, Heim, Zane Smith, Friesen, Sanchez. Oh, and now Tanner Gray going a lap down to Grant Enfinger. That strategy, staying out under the last caution, not seeming to work out for him. Oh, boy. You can see the pressure on the pit box right now for the 23. They're just hoping this thing gets to the finish without a yellow flag. And now he's working on putting Tony Breidinger a lap down in her Truck Series debut. She's had a solid run tonight. Also, Justin Carroll shout out in his Truck Series debut, running 23rd. Now he's putting Lawless Allen a lap down and Justin Carroll another lap down. Then Ben Rhodes will be next with 7 laps to go. And there's just some really heavy lap traffic right here. Tyler Ankrum just holding on to that 10th position right now over Matt Crafton. Six to go currently. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe as the laps wind down. Motorsports fan rooting for Matt Crafton. Corey Heim trying to catch up to Enfinger now. 5 laps to go. The gap is 1.92 seconds at the line. We'll see what happens over the next lap. Heim working some heavy lap traffic. Enfinger working some lap traffic of his own as well. Holmes right in front of your leader. He's the last truck currently on the lead lap in 14th. And now he's going to work his way around the outside of Holmes off of turn 4. And now it's 4 to go. And he was able to put 4 tenths, actually 5 tenths, on Corey Heim last time by. Yeah, it's going to take a miracle for Heim to catch up to Enfinger at this point, or caution. Yeah, it is clean track ahead of this 23. The next car for him to lap will be Daniel Dye all the way up in 13th. Enfinger has really put the pace down on this field. Three to go. Breidinger moves by Lawless Allen. She's up to 16th. Now she's getting by Rhodes as well, up to 15th. The top 15 would be a really solid result for her Truck Series debut. Now it'll be 2 to go. Next time by at the line. Grant Envinger's been the dominant truck in this final stage, has made it through all the chaos that's happened, all the cautions. And it looks like he's going to be able to pull out his first victory of the 2023 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season. Currently got a 3.5 second over Corey Heim, Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, and Nick Sanchez. Although Nick Sanchez in 5th, 10 seconds off the lead. Tyler Ankrum in 10th is 22 seconds off the lead. And Envinger's going to put Daniel Dye a lap down across the line, but the white flag is out for the 23. And Daniel Dye seems to have some sort of issue. He's off the pace. With just a mile and a half left for Envinger to go. Chastain gets by Sanchez for 5th. And here we are, off of turn number 4, Grant Envinger in the Chevrolet number 23 for GMS will pick up his first win of the 2023 season. Corey Heim brings it home second in the number 11. And Zane Smith picks up the final spot on the podium. Stuart Friesen gets a solid 4th place result. And then the race for 5th, give it to Ross Chastain just over Nick Sanchez. Kyle Busch in 7th. And then Jake Garcia with another solid run in 8th. Taylor Gray finishes in 9th. Then Ankrum gets that final spot in the top 10. Then the last couple trucks on the lead lap were Crafton and Deegan. Only 12 trucks finish on the lead lap in this one. Daniel Dye finishes 13th. Then Holmes, Breidinger with the top 15 in her Truck Series debut. How about that? Then Ben Rhodes, Lawless Allen, Tanner Gray, Johnny Sauter in his first start back and finishes 19th. Then Brennan Poole with a solid top 20. Nick Lights 21st. Tyler Hill, Justin Carroll in his Truck Series debut finishes 23rd. Josh Rayum, Ty Majeski round out your top 25. Boyd, Maggio, Wright, DeBenedetto, Eckes your top 30. Then Hocevar, Thompson, Purdy, Kruth, Howard, and Vines round out your field. And Envinger burning it down on the front straightaway. Thanks to everybody watching here so far tonight. We'll probably be live tomorrow for the Cup Series race. I'll let you know. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss her. Yeah, I'd say a solid run for Hailie Deegan. You know, currently her average finish on the season is like 19th or something. So this is definitely going to move that up maybe a position or so. But these are the results she needs to consistently get. She can't keep getting away with 19th, 20th, 18th. So you got to move up to 8th, 12th, 10th, 9th. Start dicing it up a bit more. Because currently, actually she moved up a spot in the rankings, I think, tonight now. She's up to 15th. And currently, at least in terms of the cutoff line, she is 25 points behind the cutoff line. So actually reasonably close. That's closer than I thought she was, actually. So, no, Carson Hocevar has a win, and he's behind the cut line. So if you move it up 1, then she's actually closer to like 40 points off the cut line, but still pretty respectable. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. I think we're going to wrap it up right there. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I'll see you guys in